I am a goal person. And one key tenet of every training or workshop or presentation I make hinges on one key thought. What is our end goal? Where are we going? How do we get there? What are we trying to accomplish? Because I find that getting there is so much easier if we can all see the finish line. If we can all get on board and we know where we're going. As you can imagine, talking to you today, prospecting and sales and marketing is a huge focus of mine. It's a huge passion of mine. But for a lot of people, it's a paradox. They don't want to try. They don't like. They shy away from it. They view it as a necessary evil. We've all heard the adage, sales is a numbers game. Poppycock, I'd say. To me, it's just a puzzle. And because I'm a goal person, you might say, okay, Adam, what's the goal for today? I want you to leave here energized, upbeat, excited, motivated, actively seeking those opportunities that are around us. I want you to have tangible and workable solutions that you can take back into work tomorrow, into today, into next month, and have, in other words, are we framing our message? Does our ad match our message? Do our clients feel that value? Are we expressing ourselves the way we want to be expressed? Are we expressing ourselves in the way that our customers and potential clients view us? And so I start with the old Hippocratic oath, the doctor's oath. Primum non nocere. First, do no harm. And so every sales training that I start, it starts with your base, your current customers. First, do no harm. If we understand your customer base, we can understand how to build upon your strengths. So who are they? Where'd they come from? How'd you acquire them? What similarities do they share? Does your target audience, when we start talking about your prospects, your top 5 prospects, do your prospects actually match your customer base? And I'm so surprised how many companies don't ever go through this process. They never look at what they have. They always look at what they're going to get. They're always going on to the next step, and they never firm that up. Oh, that customer's in the bag, we have them. And you never draw on that experience. And so I start at the beginning. Who are your customers? First, whatever plan we put into action, we don't want to mess that up. You never want to mess that up. It's so hard to get customers, and it's so hard to keep customers, and it's so hard to get new customers. You focus on the base you already have. And I had a 95% closing rate. 95%. 9 times out of 10, when I walked out of somebody's house, I walked away with a check or an application. And it wasn't because I was the most clever or the most suave or the most professional or had the best products or had the cheapest price. I can guarantee you it wasn't any of that. It was just because I viewed the problem differently. My goal going in was different than a lot of other agents or brokers when they talked. And the customers could feel it. What I found was really interesting. I was looking at it just as I wanted to know who my customers were and stay on track of that. But it opened up a door for me that I never really realized. And I was able to pounce on some of these opportunities. I started to see trends in my current customers that my competition didn't know about. If you're not asking the right questions, you are not going to get the right answers. And so for me, knowing your customer base is essential to knowing yourself. The who, the what, the when, the why, the for how long. That's your base roadmap for jumpstarting growth. That's your foundation to build on. Active prospecting is the 7-iron shot from the fairway onto the green. You know the distance, you know the shot, you know the yardage to the pin, you know what shot you want to make, and you know how you want to make it, and you know what club you need to use. And so if you frame it any way in your brain, just think about it this way. Bob's Manufacturing and the spaghetti theory is knowing I'm 150 yards from the pin, I'm going to use my 7-iron. That's the first club I'm going to pick every single time. So when we step back just a second, what is the spaghetti theory? Spaghetti theory is we already have Bob's Manufacturing as a customer. We know their industry, we know who they are, we know the size, we know the volume, we know the profit level, we know everything about Bob's Manufacturing because we went out and landed them. The spaghetti theory is taking one step back and looking out who else fits that mold. Look at that same industry. Who is their match? This is where the numbers game frustrates me so much when people talk about the sales as a numbers game. Because I think, if it worked for Bob's Manufacturing, then it's probably going to work for Mary's Manufacturing and Jill's Manufacturing and Jim's Manufacturing. That same proposal, that same pitch, you're already 90% there. Go find those customers.